Welcome to the Cine Gripe Triple S review of The Hateful Eight. This is a brief spoiler-free segment where we give our opinion on whether a film is worth screening in theaters, waiting to stream, or skipping altogether. Written and directed by Quentin Tarantino, The Hateful Eight marks the filmmaker's eighth feature. Set in post-Civil War Wyoming, the story follows a group of travelers seeking shelter from a storm inside a remote mountainside outpost. With deception afoot, a seasoned bounty hunter must defend both himself and his prisoner from their fellow refugees. So, if you've been following Tarantino's films over the last 2 decades, you know that they become sort of a genre unto themselves. But for many directors, this proves to be both a blessing and a curse. In that respect, when it comes to The Hateful Eight, the door swings both ways. Now, despite the actors, the star of Tarantino's films has always been Tarantino, and this outing is no exception. That said, the dialogue is well written, and most of the performances are of an equal quality, especially Walton Goggins, whose humorous and vulnerable charismatics is the most fully realized. But while Kurt Russell, Samuel L. Jackson, and their co-stars handle the dialogue well, their characters are very one-dimensional, with little to no arc. Our first major gripe with The Hateful Eight is the sheer number of characters. Some have practically nothing to do for nearly the entire runtime, which clocks in at just under 3 hours in standard format, and none of these people are particularly that likable. As a result, this enormous and uneven cast becomes tedious to follow. This brings us to the screenplay, which, in our opinion, is one of Tarantino's weakest, most self-aware to date. He seems to have strived for a mashup of an Agatha Christie-style mystery and a frontier western, but ultimately falls short of both. The story itself underwhelms and is marred by logical inconsistencies, even upon suspending disbelief. Now, visually, the film is gorgeous, and for cinema buffs, if you have the opportunity to view it in 70mm, that's something worth investigating for the experience alone. Likewise, the soundtrack is well done. Ennio Morricone's score is appropriately utilized, even when interspersed between contemporary song selections. Technically speaking, The Hateful Eight is a well-made film, which is why this review is so hard to give. We at Cine Gripe may have conflicting opinions about which Tarantino film is his best, but one thing is for sure, this title isn't on any of our lists. Is it technically well done? Yes. Is the dialogue and delivery of the caliber we've come to expect from this filmmaker? Absolutely. Unfortunately, the story isn't nearly as inventive nor brilliant as its editing, presentation, or creator have led us to expect. The film is extremely self-aware and self-indulgent, with a crawling pace and eventual payoff that in no way feels adequate. It's Reservoir Dogs meets John Carpenter's The Thing without the charm or sophistication. So it's with great disappointment that we deliver our final verdict for this Triple S review of The Hateful Eight. Wait to stream it. Now, before Tarantino fans get upset, let us state that The Hateful Eight isn't unwatchable, and in 70mm, the visuals are breathtaking. But this is a narrative, not an experimental film, and while the scope sometimes succeeds, the story often fails. Thanks for watching this Triple S review of The Hateful Eight. If you enjoyed this review and or found it helpful, do us a favor, thumb it up, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We'll see you next time here on Cine Gripe.